Let me tell you how crazy dating is nowadays. You can literally be messing with someone for months and really thinking y'all have something going on. Like, I really like this person, or I really can see myself being with this person. Then one day, it's just like an energy shift. Shit just get weird. Y'all become distance between each other. And then the next couple weeks, you know what I mean? It just gets more weirder and more weirder and more weirder. Like, it just gets to a point where it's like, I don't even want to be with this person no more. And that be it right there. Because you don't know what be going on in their head. They don't know what be going in your head. And some of us aren't mature enough to use our mouth and communicate what's going on with us. So with that being said, it completely just dies off. It's nothing completely there. Like, it don't be nothing there after the weird phase. My advice from me to you is just protect your heart.
One day you realize the relationship is dead, not with a bang, but with a slow suffocation. And here's the tragedy. It didn't have to die. It died not because of betrayal or incompatibility, but because both people were emotionally under-equipped. They felt the drift, the tension, the disconnection, but instead of using their voice, they used silence. They assumed the other knew, or hoped the issue would disappear, or feared conflict so much that they chose emotional disappearance over honesty. But love doesn't survive on vibes alone. It survives on communication. And as he said, you can measure someone's maturity by how well they communicate their inner world. Not how smooth their pickup lines are, not how fluent their English is, but how openly they share their feelings, fears, frustrations, especially when it's hard. A mature person doesn't wait for a meltdown to speak up. They say, I've been feeling distant, or I need space, or I'm confused about us. They don't punish with silence. They don't ghost. They face it with courage, clarity, and care. Because here's the truth. Silence isn't peace, it's avoidance. And when emotions are buried long enough, they don't vanish, they explode. Or worse, they just rot the relationship from the inside out.
If you cheat on your wife as a man, again, I'm not talking about girlfriend, boyfriend cheating. Who cares about that? But if you're married and you have kids with a woman, and then you cheat on that woman, that's gonna affect the health of the kids.
Really?
Yeah.
How so?
When the mom and dad create a frequency that a child comes from, once they let someone else come into that frequency sexually, it affects the child. So again, if you are sick and people don't know why you caught this disease, maybe your mom and your daddy were cheating around on you.
And he's not wrong. You've seen it. Families where everything looks fine on the surface, but there's tension in the air. Kids become anxious, withdrawn, or act out, not because they know what happened, but because they sense it. Children are vibrational beings, deeply attuned to the emotional climate around them. When trust collapses, when love becomes performance, when secrets fester, that energy settles in the house like dust. And over time, it wears down everyone, mentally, emotionally, even physically. He takes it further, suggesting that unexplained illness in adulthood could trace back to parental betrayal during childhood. While science may not fully validate the spiritual frequency angle, the psychological and emotional evidence is undeniable. Chronic stress, broken attachment, and toxic environments do manifest as disease. Anxiety, depression, autoimmune issues, all linked to long-term emotional trauma. And growing up in a home where unity was faked, that's trauma disguised as normalcy. Plus, let's be practical. Cheating increases the risk of STIs. And if a spouse brings an infection into the marriage, unknowingly or not, it can impact both partners, and in rare but tragic cases, even affect pregnancy or newborn health. So yes, this isn't just about morality. It's about health. Physical, mental, generational.
It's open.
I don't go out on dates with guys who don't open the door for me.
Really?
Really?
Seriously?
Yes.
Oh, man.
I keep telling women, you only pick the men that you open your legs to. You do not pick the man that goes down on one knee. You don't. So you can make your choices and be free-willed and live up your best city girl life all you want, yeah? But at the end of it, you're not the one that's going to choose whether you're worth to be married or not. So I suggest you actually listen to men when they say what they want to marry.
She's absolutely right. Men aren't blind. They know who's having fun, who's emotionally available, who's building something real. And when it comes time to settle down, when the party ends and the pressure of legacy, family, and stability kicks in, most men don't choose the woman who partied hardest. They choose the one who brings peace, not chaos. The one who listens, nurtures, takes care of herself and others, and creates a home that feels like rest. Be honest, a man who wants to marry isn't looking for another adventure. He's looking for an anchor. He wants someone who won't drain him emotionally, who won't make marriage feel like work. He wants a partner who's secure, grounded, and emotionally mature, not just physically attractive or sexually exciting. And yes, some women can fake it. They'll mirror his values, play the role, use emotional manipulation to make him fall. They'll act soft, nurturing, loyal, until the ring is on and the mask slips. So not every quiet, sweet woman is genuine, but the ones who are, they're rare, and they're the ones getting picked. So her advice, listen when a man says he wants to marry, is gold, because that moment, that's when intentions shift from fun to future. And if you've spent years only being chosen for the bedroom but never the altar, maybe it's time to ask, what kind of woman am I showing up as? And who am I really building myself to become?
Why is it when guys hear, oh my God, this is the first time anyone has ever done this for me. You're the first guy that's ever treated me right. We all know we're cooked. You know you're about to go through serious warfare. I don't think even Hitler and them man have gone through what we've gone through. Why? It's because your mind was given to you to protect you. It was designed to protect you. But there's one simple flaw within the mind. And that's, it has no filter between good and bad. So if your mind has been programmed by whether that's the negative media outlets or the negative experience you've had, and has been programmed to believe that's good, your mind is going to protect you from bad, which is actually good, because it perceives the bad that you have as good.
As he explains, your mind was designed to protect you, but it doesn't know the difference between good and bad if it's been programmed wrong. If someone grew up believing love means drama, chaos, jealousy, or control, their brain starts to see peace as boring, kindness as weak, and consistency as unexciting. So when a good man shows up, calm, respectful, steady, her mind doesn't say, finally, it says, this feels off. And so she pulls away, tests him, creates conflict, not because she wants to hurt him, but because her nervous system is addicted to dysfunction. And yes, when a woman says no one's ever treated me like this before, you know she's been picking the wrong guys, hanging out in toxic spaces, loving men who were emotionally unavailable, abusive, or selfish. And those patterns don't disappear overnight. They leave scars. She might crave safety, but instinctually run from it. She might want peace, but sabotage it because love should feel hard. That's why so many women act differently after they meet a good man. Not because he did anything wrong, but because he's an anomaly. He breaks the script, and the mind resists change, even when it's healing.
You wanna know what men want? We hate the fact that y'all don't take accountability. You'd rather shut down, flip the script, start crying, turn red, act like you can't breathe, and you gonna die, and you got the hiccups, the invisible hiccups.
You're right.
We hate that. Communication analogy I like to use. When a man is talking to you ladies, you have to treat the conversation like a game of football. In a game of football, we throw you the ball and you catch it and run it to the end zone. When I tell you something, I want you to grasp it, understand it, and run it home. But most of the time when we tell you something and we throw you the ball, you hit it like a baseball. You just knock it back instead of catching it. And then if the conversation go too long, it go from baseball to tennis. Well, you did this, you did that. Now y'all playing tennis. If you want your relationship to be fruitful and have an open line of communication that is effective, you have to learn to play football. When he tells you something, he's throwing you the ball. Open your arms and catch it.
His analogy, football versus baseball versus tennis. It's genius. When a man shares something, a concern, a feeling, a boundary, he's throwing the ball. He wants her to catch it, understand it, and run with it. That's football. Teamwork, trust, forward motion. But too often she doesn't catch it. She hits it back like a baseball bat, defensive, reactive, aggressive. No reflection, no empathy, just instant counterattack. And then, if it keeps going, it turns into tennis. Well, you did this, you never do that. Back and forth, point scoring, winner take all. No growth, no resolution, just exhaustion. And he's 100% right. For real connection to happen, you have to learn to play football. That means, when he speaks, Don't prepare your rebuttal. Don't weaponize tone. Don't cry to end the conversation. Don't flip the script to make it about him being mean. Instead, catch the ball. Pause. Listen. Say, I hear you. That makes sense. Then respond from a place of care, not combat. Because yes, many women do weaponize words. They use guilt, sarcasm, silence, or emotional escalation not to communicate, but to control. To test his strength, to see if he'll break. But here's the problem. A man who's strong won't stay for games. He'll walk. And the ones who stay through the chaos, they get worn down, not loved.